everyone, Elisa here, coming at you with some real-life career advice. Now, for those of you who don't know, I'm a product manager in the tech world, and I have learned my fair share of career lessons. And I'm here to tell you all about those lessons so that you don't have to have quite as many career blunders as I did. Today, I want to talk about product management, which is a really cool career path that I had no understanding of when I was in high school and college. So let's take it back a bit. When I was in college, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I was looking for different careers, and I felt like they either looked like careers that could pay well, or there were careers that were creative that wouldn't really give me a livable wage. So I was really unsure what to do when I was in college and what types of jobs to look for. Now, I ended up going with a job that was very stable. It was an office job. It paid pretty well, but it was not creative at all, and it was a little bit mind-numbing, if you will. I ended up working there for about 2 years, and that's when I just had to say, look, I have to figure something else out. I was thinking about quitting everything and just doing some creative pursuits, but I chickened out because that's just kind of scary. Luckily, after a couple years of working in this job that just really wasn't for me, I found a job opening for a product manager position. Frankly, at that point, I was looking for any type of job, so I was all in. I applied online and started researching everything I could about product management. The more I researched, the more I realized that this could be a really good career path for me. So I ended up working my tail off to get this product manager position, and I am so happy that I did, because I landed the role and my career trajectory has changed ever since. So I'm sure you're asking yourselves, what does a product manager actually do? Well, a product manager is focused on finding problems that people encounter every day and then building solutions to those problems. A really common interview question for a product manager will be something like, tell me how you would design an elevator for a blind person, or some variation of that. Maybe you're designing a vending machine or designing a stadium. A lot of times, people are just trying to figure out if you can understand people's problems and if you can think of creative ways to solve those problems. So as a product manager, you get tasked with solving these really complex problems, and you have to figure out what the right solution is, and then you have to absolutely hustle to build out the solution, get it to market, and make sure it's working well for your customers. So the more that you learn about product management, the more you start to see that product management has affected every single app that you interact with or website. I mean, think of a new feature that came out on YouTube or on Spotify or Instagram or Facebook. It was a product manager that built out that new feature because they identified a problem and they found a creative solution to make your enjoyment even better. So now let's talk about money. Early in this video, I talked about how I really wanted to find a career where I could be both creative but also make a livable wage, which is obviously important to anyone. Product management, not only is it a great career path because it's challenging and strategic and creative, but it does pay very well. On average, a product manager will make approximately $109,000 annually in the US. That's amazing. And then if you spend a couple years as a product manager and advance into a senior product manager role, the average salary there is $124,000, which is a great livable wage. So product management is a great way to have a solid salary for sure. Another great thing about product management is if you have any desire to become an entrepreneur or become maybe someone in management like a CEO, product management is the path for you. About 20 years ago, Ben Horowitz said that product management is kind of like being the CEO of a product. I agree with that to an extent. I would more so phrase it as a product manager is like a CEO with training wheels on. Because at the end of the day, the CEO has a lot of direct reports, which a product manager does not, and a CEO is ultimately responsible for every single thing that happens in the company. So anyway, being a product manager is a great training ground for being an entrepreneur and a CEO, and we've seen that happen in so many places. A lot of the best CEOs in the world, the CEO of Google, of YouTube, all had roles as a product manager. So it's a great place to start your career out, and honestly, the opportunities are endless. Product managers can go on to do great things. So now you might be asking yourself, how do I become a product manager? Well, the great thing about product management is really you can have any kind of background. I've worked with product managers that started in support, customer success, finance, consulting, entrepreneurship. You can really do product management no matter what your experience is. Essentially, if you have strategy, you have high empathy, and the ability to execute on a plan, you, my friend, could be a product manager. Now you might be asking yourself for some, concrete advice, right? Things you can do to get started. Well, first things first, take an intro to programming class. You will be working with engineers all day and all night, and I promise you'll want to be able to speak their language when you're building a solution with them. That being said, you don't have to be an engineer in order to be a product manager. The second thing, make sure you have a solid understanding of finance. This is important because a lot of times a product manager needs to track metrics, specifically finance metrics, for their product, track growth over time, as well as costs. So it's great to understand how to speak in financial terminology so that you can present to the CFOs and CEOs of your company. There are also some great product management trainings that you can take. When I got started with product management, I took pragmatic marketing courses, which was a great way to just learn what the heck is product management. I also decided to take a Scrum Master certification class so that I could figure out how to be a product manager in an agile development environment. So both of those I would say are really helpful. Aside from that, there's great product management books. I'm just reading now a book called Inspired by Marty Kagan. It's a great way to learn about what product management is. Last but not least, Product School, which is an esteemed training program for product managers, they host Product Con, which is their product conference that is held every year. Now, this year, it's virtual, so keep that in mind. They're offering registration for a really affordable price, so I recommend you check out Product Con, which is on Product School's website. I'll link that below. So there you have it. That's product management in just a few minutes. Wasn't that easy? We did it. Thank you so much for listening. If you like this video, please press that thumbs up. Really would appreciate it. And if you want to hear more content from me about anything career related, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much, and we'll see you later.